Hi guys, yes it is true. I am an fully ordained minister and was for 20 years. But as a religious minister of sorts, we were trained to look into things a little bit deeper and try to understand the situation a little bit more. So we never really kind of took things as they were. It was always encouraged to peel back the layers a little bit more and find out what's actually happening. So before we go too much into self-isolation, there's a few things you can do to really help yourself during the self-isolation period and through these critical times. And one of them is actually try and actually understand what is really going on. Sometimes what we are told in the media or the bigger sources are usually historically a little bit inaccurate. The reason for that sometimes is a lot of these guys sometimes don't get their information from source. And some of the information at source isn't really what's taking place. So sometimes we don't really know. We don't really know what is really going on. So in other words, can we control this situation? Well, the answer is no. We cannot control anything that's going on outside that window right now. For example, we walked down for a little walk to take the baby out for a walk this morning, and it feels strange because there's nobody on the streets anywhere. There's no one anywhere doing anything, saying anything. There's no one. There was just me, my wife, and our small son, Demna. That was it. So it feels like a strange situation. And by the time you get back home, you're kind of glad to get back home. But the fact is, there's nothing we can do about that at all. Whether the information is true or false, there's nothing we can do about it. And of course, when you come back home, you close your door, everything feels nice, everything feels normal, you have your food, your drink, and your time with your family and everything else. So how do you truly handle this self-isolation problem? Well, first of all, don't see it as a problem, see it as a challenge. You have to really look at what's going on outside this coronavirus thing and ask yourself, how much risk am I at? How much risk is there for my family? Realistically, try and analyze what this risk is. It may not be as big or it may be greater than we think. So try and really analyze this risk and try and think about, can I reduce my risk? Have I increased my risk? And what can you personally do about it? There's something you can do. And once we've really self-analysed the risk, I'd look at a little bit more of what's going on. Then we have to ask ourselves, do I have a personal mission during this process? So, for example, as an ordained minister, I had a mission. I had a mission to study the Bible and to share that word about the Bible. And I did that for a long, long time. So I became self-isolated due to the fact that I used to be this guy in this punk rock band, and suddenly I was this ordained minister of this fundamentalist faith. So my mission had self-isolated me as a character, as an individual, because I'd suddenly broken away from everybody else and I carried out this mission. So while you are in self-isolation, what is your mission? You have to have a mission. You have to have a mission right now. Try not to do what the rest of the nation is doing. That is kill time. Enjoy Netflix, enjoy exercise, enjoy those things, but it isn't everything. It's not that often you'll get such a huge chunk of time to really achieve something. Learn something new. Plan ahead for your life, for your business. Read a book that you've always wanted to read. Take time out from something else and put it into something else. Give your son or your daughter or your family the time they really need. Go and do a help mission where you can help the NHS or whatever it is. Find your mission and fulfill it during this period of time. And once you discover that mission, take some actions. Okay, I'm going to change everything in my business. You may have weeks and weeks and weeks to build that plan. Don't worry if the business is taking no money right now, because there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do about that. What you need to worry about is, am I going to be ready when things reopen? Am I going to be ready before things reopen? Start thinking about the things that you can really change and you can really control in your life. You know, there's only one way you can be a fundamentalist ordained minister, and that is be completely committed from start to end. Because nobody likes you doing it. Nobody likes what you're talking about. Everybody's opposed to what you're doing. And you become a kind of semi-accepted pariah within your community. It's really tough. But it teaches you some brilliant things. And that is to be patient, to be kind, to stand back, to try and really understand what is really going on in any situation and how to monopolize that situation. And you know what? Self-isolation is a brilliant time because you can stand back from the world and think about what am I actually doing and do I need to do it? For example, it's such a small thing, but we go for a coffee maybe twice a day. We go into a paid coffee shop maybe twice a day and have a coffee. So suddenly we've been stuck at home. We've not been able to go and have a coffee. And I'm suddenly asking myself, do I actually need to go and have a coffee every day? Because I'm doing more, I'm achieving more. This morning I'm doing a little bit of a course this morning. I teach myself something new. And I'm reading more and I'm writing more. I've just finished 2 brand new books. And I'm working on a 3rd book and I'm working on a small screenplay for a 5-minute film also. All new stuff to me. I've got my brand new camera. Paid a lot of money for this camera to make movies with. And I'm learning how to move there's so many things. This is not about me, it's about you. During this period of self-isolation, what can you do? So my tips for you is avoid what you're being told to do. That is, join in with everybody else to stand on a balcony singing, to suddenly become exercise obsessed, or to get deeply embedded in watching 10 series on Netflix. Do things that will add value to your life in the future. Life isn't long enough and time isn't kind enough to us to be able to give us those things. So that's it, guys. As one time and now an ex-ordained minister, look at the situation constructively and look at the massive benefits from the time that you've been handed. And that's what I learned as an ordained minister. To see beneath the layers of things that are really taking place and ask some really serious questions on how you can fulfill some kind of mission during this period in your life. So guys, self-isolate if you have to and be safe during that process, but make something happen for you, for your family, or for the bigger community during this time.